What's up, guys? My name is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I am doing a review on the Marten Jadon Boots. So here where I'm living, summer is coming to an end. Oh, I can't believe it. Where I live, it rains a lot in the fall and winter. So I have to say I am not looking forward to that. But what it means is that I got to wear my Doc Martens pretty much almost every day I wear them. I do in the spring and summer as well, but definitely not as much. All right, so if you don't know what they look like, these are the Marten Jadon Boots. So they're pretty much like a classic Doc Marten style, but with a large platform. So in this review, I'm gonna touch on a few things. I'm going to discuss the sizing, which is always a big topic. People never know which size to get, especially if you've never owned a pair of Doc Martens before. Where to buy them, breaking them in, how I like to style them, and finally, price and is it worth it? Okay, let's start with the sizing. So for the Doc Marten Jadon Boots, I would definitely suggest sizing down. I'm always a US women's 8 in every shoe. I rarely ever have to go up a size or down a size, but in these Doc Marten Jadons, I definitely had to go down a size and they fit perfectly. So I went for a women's 7 instead of my normal women's 8. I know it can be confusing when you go online and read some of the reviews. I see some people say they fit true to size, and I definitely don't find that's the case. I have a pretty normal size like foot, meaning it's not very wide, but it's not very narrow. So I mean, unless you have a super wide foot, I would definitely suggest going down a size. But of course, the best thing to do is to go to any of your local stores that carry the Doc Marten Jadons and try them on yourself. So next is where to buy your Doc Marten Jadon boots. So I would highly recommend purchasing your boots at a department store. So for example, if you're in Canada, then the Bay. If you're in the US, Nordstrom's. You get where I'm going with this. The reason I say this is because I had a bad experience with the first pair of Doc Martens I bought. So I did buy them at Nordstrom's, which is a good thing, and I'll tell you why in a sec. But what happened was a piece of the leather sort of peeled off the tip of my boot, and this was only after the first time wearing them. So there was obviously like a defect in the boot, and so I decided to go ahead and email Doc Marten and just let them know what was going on. And I got some pretty bad customer service. They emailed me back and said they could send me like a pen to cover the leather in, which I thought was pretty ridiculous considering I had just purchased them. I literally wore them once, and you know, these are supposed to be really good quality boots. Definitely no leather is supposed to be peeling off of them. So anyhow, I didn't have any success with Doc Marten, so I went back to Nordstrom's where I originally purchased them, and they decided to give me an exchange on the boots, no questions asked. It was super easy peasy, and I am so happy that I purchased them there, because obviously if I had purchased them at Doc Marten, they would have done nothing except for sending me a pen. Okay, so breaking them in. Now I have seen a ton of different methods and ways people are doing this, lots of videos on it on YouTube. My honest opinion here is don't try any of these crazy hacks. Wear them around in your house for a couple hours a day. Just walk around, do your normal stuff. You know, wear them on a quick trip to the grocery store and back, and they will break in that way. It just takes time. These are very expensive boots. You don't want to ruin them by, you know, putting a blow dryer to them or whatever else, or getting them wet. I don't know. There's crazy things people are doing out there. Just do it the old-fashioned way. Just have a little bit of patience and you will get there. It honestly didn't take me that long to break in my boots. I think I wore them for a week, like short periods for a week, and then after that, they were pretty good. What I would not recommend is if they're not broken in yet, do not wear them out for a long period of time. For obvious reasons, you know, you're gonna get tons of blisters and sores, and then you're probably not gonna be able to wear your boots for a while after that. Okay, now the fun part. This is the way that I normally love to style my boots. So in the spring and summer, I definitely love like a black distressed short with a tank, maybe throw on a button-up blouse over top. Also some baggy like carpenter style pants or a baggy jean with a nice feminine top is super cute. And then my all-time favorite way to style these is probably to wear them with like a super feminine dress. It just gives it that edgy look. I'm not super girly in the way that I dress, so I definitely prefer to do it this way when I'm wearing something a little more feminine. All right, so lastly is price. So these run for $280 Canadian. So they definitely are an expensive boot, but Doc Martens are made to last. So if these are gonna last you year after year and you take care of them well, then I would definitely say they are worth the price. They're definitely an investment piece, but like I showed you, the different ways you can style them are really endless. So if you think that you are going to wear them a lot and you're open to wearing them all sorts of different types of ways, then the price is definitely worth it. And I feel like they're just like a staple in every girl's wardrobe, whether it's the Doc Marten Jadons or any other black combat boot. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that review on the Doc Marten Jadon boots. I have to say I am looking forward to wearing these more. Of course, I still wear them in the spring and summer, but I definitely wear them pretty much every day in the winter. So looking forward to that. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear them. Drop them below. And please do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.